Hey guys, what's up? Hunter Elliott here, rangehot.com. Doing something a little different today. Got a gun from Magnum Research, and it's not a hand cannon. How about that? This is their 22 little carbine called the 22 Lite. It's actually really cool. It's got a lot of really good features I'm going to go over as the video progresses. How you doing, everybody? My name's Andrew Barnes, Barnes Precision Machine. I'm out here with Hunter Elliott today at Range Hot. We are reviewing the Magnum Research model MLR 1722. It's a nice little 22, looks like good quality. It's no secret, a lot of people like to shoot 3-gun, bullets are expensive, so wouldn't it be nice if you could do drills and some practice in your backyard for 3-gun and other competition that you would normally shoot 223, 5.56, but with a 22. So we're going to shoot a couple of plate drills, just nothing fancy, playing around with a 22 and a red dot. So here it goes. All right, y'all, here we are wrapping up the Magnum Research Magnum Lite 22 long rifle carbine review. First thing I want to show you is the bolt is back and there is no magazine in it, so this is firearm safe to talk about. It's a pretty neat little carbine. I got this from Magnum Research about a couple months ago. Allison and I have been running it hard, as well as a lot of friends of mine as well. I've got probably a little better than 500 rounds through it of all different variations, super and subsonic. Hasn't given me any trouble as far as function wise. I shot it out at 25 yards, got some really nice little groups. Took it out to 100 yards, mounted this Riton 4x16 scope on it, and actually shot a couple inch and a half groups out at 100 yards from a rest, which I thought was really nice, especially a lot of the 22 ammunition I was using was just the cheap stuff that I could find. So if you're interested in the specific ammo that I used and the specific group sizes, as well as some of the more technical specifications on this particular carbine, there's a chart on rangehot.com with all that information. This is just kind of like the video overview. So anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I liked and what I didn't like, get some input from Allison. She's got a lot of time behind the gun as well, and go from there. So off the top, let's get the bad out of the way. A couple things about this carbine that I didn't care for. So as you can see, the bolt is locked to the rear, but the bolt does not lock to the rear on an empty magazine. Now, I have become used to that on 22 long rifles. There is a manual bolt hold open. As you can see, I've got the bolt back, and it's a little aggravating to use. It took reading the instructions a couple times and having to fool with it to really be able to operate that manual bolt release. There is no provisions for a front sight. Now, if you look at this barrel is actually graphite. It's got a stainless steel insert, and it's graphite wrapped. That saves a tremendous amount of weight, as well as, you know, we could burn through a 30 round mag, and the barrel would never get hot enough to where you can't touch it. It does come with this Weaver style rail machined into the receiver, aluminum receiver here. Mount a red dot on it. Allison seemed to like that a little bit. You know, what are your thoughts on that?
I am perfectly satisfied running this with a red dot. I wouldn't really feel the need to have a front sight.
And there you go. So, you know, it may be a big deal to me. Allison loved the way it was. The vast majority of the rounds we shot, I had a little Redfield accelerator mounted on it, and it was a lot of fun to shoot. Oh, yeah. Very quick target acquisition. For the 100-yard groups, I did mount some optics on it this time, you know, and they worked fine. So, I look at this rifle. This would be a very fun, what I would call a plinking rifle, up to a trainer, you know, someone that you're trying to get introduced into some rifle shooting. As well as, you know, if you do a lot of rifle shooting and you want to, get out there and train something that is going to be probably a whole lot more accurate than your rack grade 22 long rifle, what have you. There is a lot of accuracy that is machined into this rifle, so to speak, and that showed at the 100-yard groups. It's got a standard cross bolt type safety, which everybody that's ever shot a daggum pellet gun is familiar with. It does have
22s.
and most all 22s, exactly. 5-position Black Hawk collapsible stock, which is here again ideal for someone, like Allison, that's a little smaller, to be able to get a little bit more custom fit, as well as this rifle has very little weight to it. Very easy to carry, very easy to run. They've got a bunch of different configurations as far as stocks and calibers. You can get this in 22 mag as well under that same name. Allison, So you've got, you know, maybe a couple hundred rounds to the gun all together. Give me a few thoughts that you had, you know, while you're shooting it, or, you know, what do you got? Good, bad? What are your thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. It was very easy for training. So simple to pick up sight picture, which is why I love the red dot. And shooting with the scope too is a lot of fun. And so that really helped me hone some skills at long distance.
You know, and there you go. If you are teaching someone, you know, how to shoot a gun at 100 yards, you're probably going to want to start them out with some optics. Magnum Research had sense enough to go with the Ruger 10-round rotary box magazine. I think that's great because when you snap this rotary mag in, the bottom of the mag is actually flush with the stock, so you don't have any kind of magazine sticking out with the factory mag. Why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? There's also a bunch of aftermarket magazines that's kind of based on that Ruger 1022 mag. As you can see here, I've got one that's 30-round mag. We ran this through the gun several times. It functioned equally reliable with the factory mag as well as the aftermarket magazines that I have. Great trigger pull. You know, it's very little tech up. It's braking about 5 pounds. Very little over travel. Good clean brake on the trigger, which is very conducive to accuracy. Free floated graphite barrel. Got some really good kind of built-in serrations on the pistol grip. Made in the USA. I mean, Magnum Research has got a really good reputation for quality. We've been doing a lot of Magnum Research here lately, and you think of Magnum Research, great big old hand cannon, the Desert Eagle, the BFR, some of my favorites. But you know, it's pretty cool that they also build a really nice, accurate little 22. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
You got a thumbs up from me.
Thumbs up.
Good.
2 thumbs up for me.
Rifle.
Overall, I'm satisfied. A couple little things, no big deal to me, but here again, other people, it's just total opinion. So if you're in the market for a little 22 carbine and you're trying to step your game up as far as accuracy, then if it were me, I'd run over there to magnumresearch.com, take a look at what they got to offer. So all in all, I'm satisfied with the gun.